My name's Matthew, and today we're going to walk around something quite unusual for Boss Motor Company. This is a 2020 on a 70 registration Mercedes V-Class. It is a V300d, which in itself is unusual because the majority of the cars for sale are the V220, so this is the more powerful V300 version. It is also a long wheelbase, and again, from what we've seen, nearly all the cars for sale are either extra long wheelbases or the standard short wheelbase. So again, what we think here is a very, very rare V-Class. It's got a host of options to discuss on the car, and it's covered 18,000 miles from new with a full Mercedes-Benz main dealer service history. So let's get into it and start talking about some of those really cool features. At the front, we've got Mercedes updated front grille with all these lovely little mirror effects on these tiny icons throughout the grille. And we've got the forward-facing part of the 360 surround camera system that is fitted to this vehicle. We've also got the forward front park distance control. The car has got surround park distance control, so front and rear as well, with the dynamic display inside. And we've also got Mercedes-Benz LED intelligent light system. So even though this is a V-Class, it's like a luxury S-Class in terms of the equipment that you actually get on something like this. So those lovely adaptive headlights with the LED daytime running light that sort of sweeps across the top of the two main beams. Now, moving around the passenger side, we've got 19-inch multi-twin spoke wheels. They're a really pretty wheel as well, finished with diamond cut on the fascias and a gloss black finish on the inserts there. Again, a really sporty, almost AMG looking wheel for a V-Class. And then coming down the passenger side further, go and have a look inside. We've got the Nappa black leather throughout, and a really familiar interior and dashboard. So if you know your Mercedes from this generation, that is the lovely bit of a V-Class. It looks just like an E or an S-Class interior when you go inside one of these. Electric side doors. And again, go inside. We've got one of the doors, one of the seats, I beg your pardon, folded at the moment, and then have a look at the massive panoramic roof. Twin glass. So even if you're sat in the second or the third row of this vehicle, you've got loads of light coming into the cabin. And then these seats are really clever. You can fold them, you can remove them, or you can slide them up and down the rails that are on the bottom of the floor pan here. And it's really, really clever. Lots of very, very luxury sort of chauffeur-driven cars have this middle row removed altogether, and you just jump in and sit on that back row at the back. But again, you can see how configurable they are. I'm just gonna buzz the door and show you the rest of the car. Lovely satin roof rails across the top if you ever wanted to fit a box on the top of the car there, and privacy glass all on these massive glass panels all the way around the car. And again, something I think is very, very cool or very trick for one of these, you've got this enormous tailgate rear door, but if I buzz it here, you'll see it's a power tailgate. And typical Mercedes build quality. And then have a look, even with both sets of rows of seats in the car and fitted to the car, you still have a huge amount of luggage space in the back as well. So I do think that is the benefit of it being a long wheelbase and not the regular wheelbase. There's still loads and loads of space inside this car. And I think while you're under these sort of fluorescent lights in here, you can really catch the metallic in the brilliant silver paintwork across the whole car. I think it's a very classic Mercedes color scheme as well. And coming down the driver's side, I'm going to jump in and run you through the cockpit, the front cabin of the car. So I believe the key is in my pocket, actually. And I'm just going to switch the controls on and then run you through the driver's door card. So, to begin, we've got all of the normal things that you would see in a Mercedes highly specified road car. Electric seats with memory function for driver and passenger in the front. All electric windows, electric adjustable and anti-dazzle mirrors with folding functionality. And then look at this door card. We've got that Nappa leather extended to the armrest down here with the lovely contrast stitching. And then a huge amount of practicality because it is a V-Class. Cubby holes there, bottle carriers here, and more cubby holes all along here. And then moving into the cabin, as I keep going back to, I'm just going to move it back a little bit so I've got a bit more space. Everything should feel really familiar, and I think that's really smart about the V-Class. So we've got the lovely center console display with Mercedes inbuilt navigation or their command system. And if I switch the car on and just use the control shift over here, you'll see that surround camera package come to life. The top view on the left-hand side and the reverse camera on the right. The driver's door is open, which always blocks that right camera from working, but if I was to shut the door, that would all come back to life. And then again, if I just put the car back into park and come away from that, you can see traffic sign assist, which is a functionality over here. That also illuminates in the driver's infotainment system ahead of me. Dual zone climate control, very adjustable through these controls in the middle here. And again, this is the same panel that you find in an S-Class, the same panel that you find in an AMG GT. And I love that Mercedes have carried that over. A sort of a carbon fiber effect trim throughout the car as well, just making it feel that much more sort of sporty inside. And you have got Mercedes drive modes as well. So you've got a little toggle switch down on the controls under here, which will allow you to shift through, if it was in drive, I believe, will allow you to shift through some drive modes. I wonder if I need to have the door shut to allow me to do that. So essentially, I will explain it to you. You have a toggle switch will allow you to run through different drive modes from comfort to dynamic, which will change the throttle response, change the steering response, things like that, make the car a bit more sporty, but also have an eco mode to try and change the revs to make it use less fuel. You've got electric manual adjusters, so you have buttons down here that can open those side doors for you, and obviously the full controls, again similar to a normal road car, down here for your Mercedes command system. So you can use this touchpad on top, or you can use the wheel much in the same way. You can obviously connect your phone via Bluetooth and have audio streaming, so on and so forth. And then if we move back out of the cabin and look at the steering wheel itself, Mercedes multifunction 3-spoke steering wheel. It is all adjustable. The rake is adjustable in and out, up and down. All your controls for that display in front of you are here. And I can run through what goes on behind the steering wheel. So we've got all your controls for Bluetooth and the multifunction display there. And if I turn the wheel there, there's a little yellow light on behind there. And that is your cruise control, which is also fitted to this car. And I just very quickly, before we go past it, there is a shortcut back to the 360 cams with a little button to the right of the steering wheel there. Now, if I just jump out and summarize this car. So as I said at the beginning of the video, a very rare version of a V-Class. It's a V300, so the most powerful diesel version of this particular car, and it's a long wheelbase. So again, one of the rarer variants of a V-Class. Amazing specification. I believe I've picked up on most of it. It also has active park assist, if I missed that earlier in the video. So a super high spec version. Covered 18,000 miles with a full Mercedes-Benz main dealer service history. Yeah, a really nice car. My name is Matthew. I hope this video's helped. Thanks for watching.